Hello everyone, Mama Dude here, and it's missing person case again. It's hashtag bring them home. Okay, so sometimes when I'm researching these cases, I am amazed. I mean, seriously, I thought I've heard it all, and then all of a sudden, there's something new. Again, and again, and again. So Spirit has guided me to a child, or somebody who was a child when they went missing. They've been missing a long time. Okay, so let's start talking about this person real quick. All right, let me pull this back up. We're talking about Wesley Dale Morgan, missing since 5/15/2001. 20 years, from Clinton, Louisiana. He's considered endangered. He's a male, he's white, his date of birth, March the 14th of 99. He was 2 years old when he went missing. About 3 foot tall and about 40 pounds. So, I don't think he's wearing the same clothes today as he did back then, but at the time he was wearing a gray Mickey Mouse t-shirt, blue shorts, and a green stripe extending down one of the legs, and sandals. He's a Caucasian male with blonde hair, blue eyes, and some agencies may list Dean as Wesley's middle name, but it's really Dale, D-A-L-E. Now, if you have any credible information regarding this young man's disappearance, where he's at now, is he safe, is he got a happy life, great. Notify East Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office at 225-683-5459. If you know that somebody harmed him, got rid of him, did something obnoxious to him, call them, let them know. This young man deserves justice. Now, there's a lot of questions surrounding his disappearance. Well, yeah, any 2-year-old is going to have questions, right? They can't just disappear. So, let's talk about the disappearance. He resided with his mother, Ruby Renee Havard, and her former boyfriend, Bernell Hilton Jr. in 2001. The family lived in a rented home along U.S. Highway 63 near the Bluff Creek community in Clinton, Louisiana. A photo of, I'm reading this from the Charlie Project, okay? So up here they have 3 pictures of him and 1 picture of his mother. He looks a lot like his mother. A lot. So anyway, the father, Dewey Morgan, resided elsewhere in Clinton, but they were all in Clinton. So Wesley was last seen playing with puppies on the front porch at approximately 9:45 a.m. on May 15, 2001. That's what was reported. Is that true? Your guess is as good as mine, but I'm going to ask Spirit about it. He's never been heard from again. The mother claimed that her son disappeared while she left him unattended to prepare lunch. Yeah, because it's a grand idea to leave a 2-year-old unattended outside while you're in the kitchen, right? Grand idea. Even in 1999, 2001, this was not a wise decision. I'm not even going to split beans about that. Extensive searches of the area produced no clues as to his whereabouts. Authorities utilized the Louisiana National Guard's helicopter thermal imaging device to assist in the efforts, but no evidence was located. Okay, well, where's my disturbance here on that? If he had been killed, murdered at the hands of his mom or his stepdad, thermal imaging was not going to find him. That's looking for body heat. And corpses don't put off body heat. Okay? The state governor declared a state of emergency in Clinton to finance the flight. Okay, so at that point, they apparently still thought the child was alive and local. Investigators questioned the mother about Wesley's case several times following his disappearance. She's denied any involvement in her son's case and claims that officials are biased against her as a result of her lifestyle. I don't know what kind of lifestyle it is. I was reading up on a Facebook page for somebody who's been wanting to get people involved to try to start generating leads and information to come forward regarding this child's disappearance 20 years ago. And the mother, whenever this person approached the mother, it said on their page that the mother just said, "Go talk to my attorney." Yeah. No, oh yes, let's find my child. No, none of that. So authorities stated that the mother and the boyfriend both failed polygraph tests later in 2001. They released that information that they had failed. And the mother rarely inquired about the status of the case. There have not been any arrests in connection with Wesley's disappearance. It just gets more, okay? Havard allegedly had an unrelated confrontation with Hilton, which is the boyfriend. Havard is the mother, Hilton is the boyfriend. So the mother has a confrontation with the boyfriend's former girlfriend in early 2001. Then that former girlfriend called authorities and informed Don Hilton that he was responsible for a 1998 shooting of a bystander in Zachary, Louisiana. Yep, and he was charged with attempted murder during the spring of 2001. About the same time that Wesley went missing, okay? Right in that same vicinity. So the mother reportedly began dating a man from East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana, in June 2001. So the son goes missing in May, and in June she gets a new boyfriend. I'm sorry. My child's been missing for a month. My 2-year-old. No, I'm not thinking about dating nobody. No. I haven't sat down from searching yet, okay? So her relationship with Hilton ended shortly after Wesley's disappearance. Investigators questioned the mother's new boyfriend and searched his mobile home afterwards. Witnesses claimed to have observed a boy matching Wesley's description in the area, but no evidence was located to support the sighting. So they're saying that near where the new boyfriend lives, they had seen a boy matching Wesley's description, but there was no evidence to support the sighting. There was nothing at the boyfriend's house to say that Wesley had been there. The man was also unable to provide additional information about Wesley's case and is not considered a suspect. Mainly because he started dating the mom after Wesley was gone already. But they did their due diligence and they looked into it. Authorities believe, this is on the Charlie Project page, authorities believe Wesley is alive and that the mother gave him away or sold him. In 2008, she was charged with attempting to sell another of her children after she allegedly offered to sell her unborn child to a married couple for over $2,000. The charge was dropped later that same year. However, Wesley's case remains unsolved. Wow. Unbelievable. And nobody's searching for this child. The case has just gone cold. Granted, if he is alive, he's 22 years old now. But he's been missing for 20 years. It's time to get his name back out there. It's time to put pressure on the FBI, the Clinton, Louisiana Police Department to get to the bottom of this case. People need to be interviewed again. But anyways, let's start off with a card of affirmation for this reading. Hold on, I can't see it yet. I haven't turned the camera around. There we go. Today I am receptive. Today I will let go of the past. Oh, come on. Trying to see if it'll clear up. Today I will let go of the past. I will live in the present. And I am looking toward to a bright future. There, it's a little bit clearer now. Today you are receptive. Today you're ready to receive this information. You're ready to receive tips and start this investigation all over again. Who am I talking to? Anybody in law enforcement, any private investigator that's invested, any family member that's invested in this case. Where is Wesley Dale Morgan? It's been 20 years. He was a 2-year-old baby. He could not take care of himself. Where did he go? I haven't pulled up a map on Clinton, Louisiana, but I'm sure there's a bayou close by. But could he have made it there? Because we all know that the alligators don't mind. They don't mind. They go for anything smaller than them. Sometimes things their size. Alright, so the Island Time Wellness, which is the synopsis of this reading, is AX. AX. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. Do I believe that Wesley Dale Morgan was abandoned? Yes. At what level? I don't know yet. We're going to ask Spirit about that, okay? But I do believe he was abandoned at some level. So, let's see what the romance cards, we'll get 2 of them. Yeah. I see that. There was a whole lot of flirting going on. People a whole lot more involved in their overactive hormones and taking care of a child. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Yeah. There was plenty of that going around, wasn't there? And give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. That could be your relationship with your child too. Becoming a dedicated parent. Recognizing that the child is there because you decided to bring that child into this earth. Go ahead, Spirit. Give me the thoughts of what really happened to Wesley Dale Morgan. Teaching and learning. Archangels out here, keep an open mind, learn new ideals, and teach these ideals to others. And I can't help but think that that's what's going to happen here. Yeah, I don't feel too friendly towards Mama at this point, and you all can tell that. But did Mama really do anything? I don't know, but I'm about to ask. I'm going to ask Spirit what happened that day with the disappearance of Wesley Dale Morgan and see if we can get some answers from Spirit. Is he okay? Is he safe? Where is Wesley Dale Morgan? So we have the Ace of Wands. Ah, somebody had a bright idea. Yep, that's how I can earn some money. That's how I can relieve myself of the stress of this burden. The Ace of Swords in reverse. The brain is uncovered because they're not thinking clearly. That you're about to cause a permanent solution to a temporary problem. The Moon. Done undercover. Done behind others' backs, not telling the truth, not revealing what happened. A lot of things hidden. Wow. Well, something happened. Let's see if we can get some clarification on the disappearance of Wesley Dale Morgan. It was with a stranger, not with a friend or a family member. This is a stranger. Four of Cups in reverse. Taking the emotions out of the situation. I don't think my thoughts about Mom are going to change much here, okay? I really don't. Yeah, because it was for the adults. It was for their benefit. The Lovers, the card of Gemini. This is the card of Pisces. I'm going to give him away. I'm going to sell him. And I'm not going to think about him anymore. I'm going to forget that he existed and go on with my life and my love. I feel like he was sold as trying to get the money together to bail out Hilton when he was arrested and charged. This was an attempt to get the money together to stop the person from being incarcerated. If they weren't already incarcerated, they knew they were about to be. Chariot, this happened really quick. Wasn't a whole lot of thinking on the subject. It just came and went. There was a quick exchange and it was over. The Eight of Swords in reverse. They thought it would be much easier to pawn this plan off. Yeah, they didn't think they'd be looked at. Nobody would miss that little 2-year-old boy. Nah. The Four of Swords in the upright. Wow. So the Four of Swords is a break time, a break period. Trying to stay in the shadows. See how you have all the smoke and mirrors stuff going on there? And you're trying to stay in the shadows and not be seen, not stand out in the crowd. You don't want to be noticed by those who are investigating what's happening. This young man doesn't know who he was. He doesn't know. Alright, so little side story here. Let's shoot these up. Find out what this side story is about. I'm willing to bet it's going to be about his life currently. Two of Swords in reverse. He's not wearing a blindfold. He doesn't know he was a missing child. He doesn't have to protect himself from the past because he doesn't know that there was a past. Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, he doesn't know there was another family that gave him away, that sold him. Wow. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Looks like he's got a pretty good life. He doesn't have to struggle. Things are really good for him. Hopefully we can get his name. He's got really great communication skills. And he has a talent for writing and speaking. Message of stability, yeah. That's because he's graduating from college. He's getting this diploma, and that's going to bring him a nice income and a good lifestyle. But things aren't like they're supposed to be. He doesn't feel that he quite fits in. He senses something, but he doesn't know exactly what. So he has questioned it. He's been looking for answers. He may very well know that he's adopted now, if there are some adoption papers that look legitimate. Because it's bringing in the information could very well be doing a DNA test. Fear of abandonment. Not wanting to be abandoned again. Not wanting to upset his parents who have raised him. For fear that they would abandon him, as he's discovering that he was abandoned before. The Knight of Swords in reverse, so he's not telling them what he's learned. Yeah. If there's any family members out there that have done their DNA, this young man has too. And he's looking into different ways of finding out who his biological family is. Now that's going to lead him to two people, mom and dad, right? So that's two family lines. And he's going to be very surprised whenever he finds out that he's actually a missing child. Wesley Dale Morgan. Alright, so there's our side story. He's got a good life. He's finishing school. He's got really great communication skills. But he didn't quite feel that he had the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. So he started investigating. And it does look like he's done a DNA test. And he may very well be waiting on the results of it now. Alright? So, the person that took and adopted, I'm going to use the wording like that. The person who bought, wow, we're keeping those. We're not keeping any of these. Hold on. Ouch.
only have about 15 cards on the floor.
Mercy.
There we go.
Got the rest of them. Alright, so the person that has raised Wesley, do they know that he's listed as a missing child? That was our question. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, they knew. But they knew it was happening. They saw it happening. But they were so happy to have their baby. "9 a.m. 9:30 a.m. 9:30. If you look at the clock like that, it's 9:30 a.m. And Mom reports that she last saw him at 9:45. So the people came and got him at 9:30 that morning. 3 of Swords. Yeah. They were desperate to have a family. They were desperate to have a child. And they knew they would lose him if they told what they knew. King of Pentacles in reverse. So rather than coming forward with the information that they knew, they decided to not provide but to protect their household. Two of Swords in reverse again. Not struggling. It's a good life. A comfortable life. With a lot of hope. A lot of promise in this life together. They've been good parents to him. Star in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Swords. King of Wands in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. The Fool. And the 7 of Pentacles. Alright, so the mom didn't think that she could take care of this child anymore. She felt like that boat had sailed pretty much. And she was out of options. So, she was out of options and she was out of money. So she contacted some sleazeball who promised her they could sell the child and relieve the burdens upon her. She would just never get to see him again. What does that do to a mother? I'm really curious. You don't think you can take care of this child no more. Rather than going through the right avenues, you sell this child. You're already making decisions that are not good for anybody. And you're dating people that are shooting people. But it means you can never come out and tell the truth about what happened. Or you cannot reach out to this child and say, I'm really your mother. I miss you. I loved you all these years. Okay, let's ask a couple more questions, alright? Spirit guide, angels, and ancestors, is Wesley Dale Morgan alive? Is Wesley Dale Morgan alive, healthy, and happy? The Hangman in reverse. There it is in the upright. There it is in the reverse. Yeah, he's moving on with his life. He's got his education. Nothing's bothering him. Nothing's hurting him, I should say. He's chillaxing. Like I said, he's graduating if he hasn't already. And he's taken that diploma, that college diploma, to better himself. And that's a hella beautiful thing. And it is clarified by, wow, the Empress and Temperance and the Tower. Oh, really? The Mama, the Empress, Temperance, the card of Sagittarius. I don't know if the boyfriend Hilton was a Sagittarian or has Sagittarius storm in his chart, but it's the Tower. So while he's got this very contented life going on, those who gave up on him as a child, as a toddler, still have a life of upheaval and still are making decisions that are in their worst interests. So what's the card of advice for this reading? Because I do believe Wesley Dale Morgan is very much alive, very healthy, very happy, completing college, doing something in communications, possibly IT work, and I do believe Mama did sell him. The Lady of the Gift, number 20. It's coming out as an ally. Generosity, receiving, and withholding. The Lady of the Gift brings a message of tithing. To be your ally, she requires you to look at the nature and method of your giving to others. The world is your church, and you only need to distribute 10% of your wealth to others to ensure that the flow continues. Yet this doesn't necessarily mean giving money away, nor does it imply a different action. Hold on. There we go. Of charity, even though the tradition of tithing is material. In fact, the kind of tithing the lady asks of you has tangible or material at all. Isn't tangible or material at all. She's asking you to look at all human beings as important in the divine scheme of things and show others that you believe in them. Pay attention to how you treat people and be mindful of your perception, even of seemingly poor strangers. If you see others as successful and abundant and act as if you believe they have value, blessings all around are assured. Your belief in others has greater value than you could fathom. This alone guarantees your success long term. Remember that you can only keep what you're willing to give away. Alright, so how do I feel like that plays into this reading of what has happened? Well, I'm gonna have to look at the woman in the mirror here because I'm feeling very judgmental towards the mom and what she's done and her lack of participation in helping locate Wesley, and that it does look like she did sell him. But in overall, if these cards are right, that was for all the right reasons because he's a very happy, healthy, intelligent, well-educated young man. And that is not easy to accomplish in this day and time. So the most likely outcome of this reading is the Three of Cups in reverse. Removing third-party situations. Removing, and it's the Three of Cups that's without color. It's the black and white. That sometimes too many cooks spoil the soup. Too many influences in all the wrong directions, rather than teaching coping skills and the value of one another. And this is a lack of valuing children that the mom is creating. And it's clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. You know, he could have been raised in this whole situation, which would not have helped him. It would have absolutely taught him very poor coping skills and inability to maintain yourself emotionally. But now he's in a position where he's surrounded by abundance. He's surrounded by loyalty, kindness, and compassion. So I feel like it's a happy ending, but I also feel like he is doing his DNA and he's going to find out some of the truth, some of the hard truth, and we're going to end up hearing about it on the news. So, for all those invested in this reading, thank you so much for being here. Please keep Wesley's name out there so that anybody who has had any interaction with the mother, the stepfather, or anybody that suddenly acquired a 2-year-old child in 2001 can come forward and let it be known. Did I give y'all the police department's phone number? I believe I did, but let's do it again. East Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office. Go ahead, correct me on how I said that, because I don't know what it is. So, Feliciana Parish Sheriff's Office, 225-683-5459. Wesley, you're out there. Congratulations on the wonderful life you have. And I know there's other family members who are really ready to know that you are okay. So, I will see you all soon with your next reading. Namaste.